How does an Austrian understand the concept of giving bribe? Just
Yeah.
just to make sure that things are going on.
If we take the bribe in a very negative sense, then it is, I put it in that sense that a person decides to give an order, to give a public decision to somebody only because he is bribing me. Yeah? While I do not consider bribe in the negative sense if I give a tip to somebody who is doing something for me. Yeah? Not incorrect, who is doing it correct. But also that concept, that difference I learned in Romania, because in Austria I was not connected. I never needed this. I came here and I was totally astonished how fast I learned that you get a nice table in a restaurant if you give the waiter a packet of Kent. That you pay, I mean, my colleagues, after I did it, they looked at me like I am totally nuts. I gave the woman who is taking care for the wardrobe not a packet of Kent, 2 cigarettes, and she was happy. I had an open packet of Kent in my bag. In order to give 1 or 2 or 3, depending on the service you got, to a person.
Just to do his or her job.
Just to do his, yeah, just to say thank you. Instead of saying thank you, you gave, I mean, I said thank you as well, yeah, to make sure. But I gave, and this was normal. Of course, today this is out of question. So you can already see what the difference it is today.
What about the other part of the, let's say, the other face of the society? If we go to, let's say, a hospital, although we pay our taxes.
I think this is the biggest shame of the country. The medical system is the biggest shame of this country. The same nurses and doctors that wouldn't move a finger even if a person dies in front of them in Romania, the same persons in Austria know how to behave. Wouldn't dare to ask. Even in the Romanian private medical system, it functions. Why does it not function in the state? I think this is such a shame. How can a society pay their doctors, I don't know, 200, 400 euro a month, or whatever they get at the moment, nothing, and expect to be treated well, or expect that everybody has to pay anyway, and who cannot pay dies, bad luck. This is really something I fail to understand. If you ask me what I despise most in Romania, then it's the medical system and it's the education. Because you don't take care for the ill people and you don't take care for your kids.
There are 2 aspects here in the health system. One is that some of the patients give money just to make sure they are well treated.
Mm-hmm.
The other aspect is that doctors themselves ask money to treat them and to save their lives.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
While they should do that in the first place.
While they should be paid for it. First of all, they should be paid to do it. And with paid, I mean an average doctor's salary and an average nurse salary, which we don't have. Yeah, we pay in the banking system, the salary level in Romania is higher than in Austria, and in the medical system it is not even 10% than in Austria.
So I understand that, the wages to some extent
the wages to some extent are guilty, but it's not the only one.
Yeah, the problem is when the doctor himself asks the money just to treat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the patient wants to give money to the doctor,
is one thing.
okay, that's a smaller thing.
The whole system doesn't provide, because even if today, let's say from tomorrow, let's dream, and tomorrow no doctor in Romania would accept a bribe anymore. Yeah? Do they have the proper means to treat the patients? And today I hear stories, thanks God, I didn't have to go to a hospital here yet.
Given the physical tools.
Yeah, the tools and the medicines.
Mm-hmm.
You get the list of what you have to buy, and then you go to the pharmacy and buy.
Although it is illegal.
Although we all pay a lot of money to the health system. What does the government do with that money? It is impossible that in Austria this money is enough and in Romania is not enough. By far not enough. You know? Not just missing 10%.
Do they all, I mean almost all of them, steal this money in quotation marks? Because you asked.
No, I think the state uses it for other things. I think you have a pot where all the social payments enter, and from this pot we pay, I don't know, the salaries of the policemen or something else. This is used for something else. It doesn't remain in the health system as a habit from years, not today, yesterday. All the time in Romanian democracy. I don't know how it was before, really, I don't know.
How do you see us as taking and understanding the concept of responsibility? Whether it's about a clerk up to politician, minister?
Mm-hmm. I think throughout all the levels of payment, of responsibility, there is a very strong motivation by fear, and fear of losing the job, fear of social problems, fear of network problems, by fear in general, and money driven to a very large extent. And here we can split whether I need it or whether I just want the extra money. That makes just the color different. But basically the responsibility is not understood as responsibility to a large extent. I don't do things because I'm responsible for it and I want to do things right. I do things because I fear whatever, and I want to get money, or I want to have the bonus, or I want to have not to lose money, or don't to be punished by getting less.
Even some small tips or...
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So money and fear is the main drive, and not the mean of responsibility.
We don't even have this concept in our mind. Can we say that?
Yes, I think many don't or have not learned it. You know, who has learned to behave and to act for fear or money, out of fear or out of gain for money, has not learned to act out of responsibility.
Where should it start the change from this point of view?
Any change has to start from the parents to the child.